But you know what? I think it's so pretty that, well, I'm tempted. I am tempted. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I have such a terrible... I don't know. April Fools? Oh, red food coloring. Look how effective.
Who cared the most? Right here.
Wow.
Look, I'm good. Let's take a look at our next model. Ah, look at
Look who
this.
we have. Stephanie Fitzhugh, our promotion director.
Oh, your doggy does not want to walk.
With her 11-year-old
Good
Maltese Willie.
Yes.
He does not look 11
Oh,
at
he
all.
looks like a brand new puppy.
He sure
Willie
does.
of the day.
It's our fine gauge sweater in navy. Look at it. Cute
I
little
love
buttons.
that sweater.
Very cute.
With a little dog emblem.
I love the emblem. And
the very chic little wooden buttons.
Right. It's cute. It's preppy. Has a rib neck and hem. It just fits beautifully. The little dog bone.
Do you often dress your dog in a little jacket?
When the weather is a little cooler, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Little dogs
Yeah,
don't
he gets
hold
cold.
heat well.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
So it's really good.
So thanks, Stephanie. And
Really
our
cute.
next model is...
It's Adriana, our hospitality associate. With Max.
Oh, Max.
5-year-old Yorkie.
Now, see, I love these tailored coats. These are my
Absolutely.
favorite.
So
Oh, my
cute.
gosh.
Look at the lining on the collar.
So chic. And turn around, Max, and look at the lead too. Don't you
Love the lead. The lead is great.
A tattersall.
Absolutely. The tab on the back with the button. Again, the detail is really, really nice.
Max. Come here. Come
Great
here.
closures around the belly and around the neck.
Ah, beautiful dog.
Beautiful dog.
See, now look how beautiful this is. So, how often do you dress your dog with a coat or a raincoat? Often?
Often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never take him out in bad weather?
No.
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 He looks like a very beautiful dog. And how old?
He's 5 years old.
Oh, only 5 years. Oh.
Yep.
Look at the
Still a
lining of
puppy.
this.
Yeah, it's
How
charming.
beautiful is this lining?
Yep.
Just so, so cute.
Yep.
We just love this. The detail is
Thank you,
amazing.
Adriana.
Thank
Really
you.
cute. Okay.
Oh, and here is the one and only Sharky.
Sharky Stewart.
Oh, Sharky.
Come on, babe.
Sporting one of our absolute favorite
Sharky,
t-shirts.
come here. Come here. She's coming.
you go.
She's coming. Come here.
Collegiate style raglan
Oh,
tee.
how beautiful. Come here, Sharky.
All sparkly.
Sharky does not like her t-shirts over her bottom.
Pick of the litter.
She likes it up high, don't you, Sharky? And it says pick of the
Right.
litter.
There are a lot of these t-shirts
oh, how
in this collection.
beautiful you are. Yes.
And they all say different things. Leader of the pack. Everything. We just love
Very
the
cute.
t-shirts.
And Sharky's sister, Francesca, is on a vacation.
People have been asking
No,
me
she's on a vacation.
about Franny.
She went down to visit with the breeder because we're trying to figure out what to do with Francesca.
So
whether to show her or not.
what do you think? Are you leaning toward it?
No.
No.
And she is also recovering from a bout with Lyme disease.
And that's getting better.
Yes, oh, much better.
Which is really
Yes.
great.
So
really
So
great.
and Sharky misses her so much.
I know.
But she has GK.
And she has lots of new outfits to wear, and I know she's
She
been
does.
trying them all on and
She has.
absolutely loves them.
So thanks, Sharky. You look very beautiful. And Barbara, thank you. This was a very,
pleasure.
very lovely and fashionable fashion show. Today we thought we'd share the best spring has to offer in a game called Good Things Spring Brings. Now this is a fun game full of lots of facts and figures. And here's how it will work. I'll read a question about a good thing spring brings, and you'll have 3 choices. If you answer correctly, you'll hear this bell. And if you're wrong, you'll hear this buzzer. That dreaded buzzer. Oh, I hate that buzzer. And Joey Cole is going to help us, and he has lots of prizes. Who's our first contestant?
This is Joanne right here.
Hi, I'm Joanne Pitvick from Northport, New York.
Okay, well, your question is, spring brings Easter. How many pounds of candy did Americans eat last Easter? Did they eat A, 250 million pounds, B, 1 billion pounds, or C, 7 billion pounds?
I'm going to go with A, 250 million.
There's 250, give or take a few million people, and they ate, those gluttons, ate 7 billion pounds.
Wow.
That's hard to believe. I agree with you. That's hard to believe. Okay.
I'm sorry, Joanne.
Our next contestant, Joey.
This is Jonathan, Martha.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan from Middlefield, Connecticut.
And are you a big baseball fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not so committed.
Yeah, pretty big.
So your question is, spring brings spring training. My favorite team is the Yankees, who currently train in Tampa, Florida. But in the past, they've trained in foreign countries also. Which of these countries have the Yankees never visited for spring training? A, Cuba, B, China, C, Dominican Republic.
I'll say China.
And you would be right. In the 1950s, the Yankees trained in Cuba and in the Dominican Republic. Oh! And the main reason for holding spring training outside of a team's state is the warmer weather. Today's Florida and Arizona host almost all the Major League Baseball teams for spring training. So that's a good one. Yes. Joey, what did you give him? Joey, what did you give the baseball guy?
He got all Yankee stuff.
Oh, good. All
Yes.
swag that we collected?
That's right.
Excellent. Okay, our next contestant.
I'm Joan Perna from Lakeville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, welcome. So
you.
your question is, spring fever brings Passover. Jewish people hold a feast called a Seder in remembrance of their ancestors. During the meal, they recite the 10 plagues. Which of these is not one of the plagues? A, frogs, B, lice, C, bedbugs.
I think C, bed bugs.
And you are right. In fact, frogs and lice are 2 of the 10 plagues God inflicted the plagues upon Egypt to persuade the Pharaoh to release the Israelites from slavery. The other plagues are blood, wild beasts, cattle disease, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and the death of the firstborn. I would much rather have bedbugs than the death of the firstborn. Oh boy, maybe we can switch that now. Joey, our next contestant.
Our next
what'd you get?
contestant is right over here.
What's the gift? I have to know.
This gift is right here. It's all anti-bedbug stuff.
Lovely.
No.
Our next
See that?
contestant.
And the Martha Stewart sheets. Look, a mattress protector right there. See that? Right there. So, okay, this is Jennifer, Martha.
Oh, hi, Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Thompson from Northport, New York.
Wonderful. Well, your question is, spring brings fresh seasonal produce. Which spring vegetable is a member of the lily family and thought to be a natural aphrodisiac, as everything's always a natural aphrodisiac? A, asparagus, B, artichoke, C, peas. Now, I don't even know the answer to this one.
Well, I'm going to go with asparagus because that's already coming up in my garden.
Yeah! And you're right!
You won.
And, you know, asparagus makes your pee smell
Yes.
really awful.
It does.
So I don't think that's much of an
Oh my
aphrodisiac. Uh-oh, what'd you get?
Here.
Oh! What a beautiful gift. Those are fantastic. A basket full of asparagus. Do you like asparagus?
I do like asparagus,
good.
but I don't know. I'm going to ride the train home with this.
They'll think you're the Easter Bunny, don't worry. And what could be better than that after this very long and often dreary winter that we've just had? Jerry Fritz has brought lots of colorful flowers that are ideal for growing in containers. These are fabulous pots.
Yes, these are
They're not
beautiful.
old, but
they're
you
not
made
old.
them
They're
look
only,
old.
They're only 2 years old, but we aged them up so they had a nice character to
Yeah,
them.
they look great.
Yeah. So what I think, especially if there's long winter, I mean, we all need a little color at our front door just to put
Yes,
into a nice pot. So
indeed.
what I thought, we have a nice assortment of different plants here.
These
And
hellebores are
The hellebores,
amazing.
this is a hellebore that comes from Germany, and that is the Lenten rose. That will bloom for actually 3 to 4 months. Now you have one that is more of a whitish green.
Yes, and
and
yours-
then mine
yours is
is
gorgeous.
a pink one called Pink Frost.
I have 2 green ones. I wanted to put 2 in mine.
Now what I like to do
I'm
is
borrowing the pot. I'm taking this home. You don't know.
pack this fully with plants.
Uh-oh. So I have to take a lot of the soil off, right?
Yeah, that
Not too much.
might fit in the back here nicely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
We'll try.
perfect.
Yes.
And then this plant right here, which is a comfrey.
Oh, that's a comfrey.
Yeah.
I was looking at that and thinking, gosh, that looks like comfrey.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
that.
Axminster Gold, a lovely plant that has variegated foliage. And it really plays off nicely against the green leaves of the hellebores.
Now, these plants, if you put this outside now, these will bloom. It's not too cold now.
No, and these were all grown at our greenhouse outside. The pansies were inside, but they're all fine to go outside. This is really a new
this is beautiful.
ornamental kale.
Wow.
I believe it's called Kaleidoscope. And look at that color. So what I'm trying to do is
See,
a little
that's good with
color
yours.
echo.
Here's another one for you.
Oh, thank you.
See, I think that goes together.
Yes.
See, I wouldn't put all these colors together.
I like what you're thinking. I love that color. Ooh.
That's
now,
me. That's me.
Now we're talking.
Do you have a yellow primula over
I
there?
think I have one for you.
Okay,
yes.
trade.
Okay.
I need the yellow.
That's the yellow, okay. I'm going to put a little blurple or purple in this
yeah.
Ajuga chocolate chip.
Oh, that's
just
pretty.
to sprawl over the edge so we have a little bit of a softening on that edge. This
Now,
is one
what's
of
this?
Okay, that's Sedum Angelina.
Okay, Angelina. I
yeah,
like that.
great
See.
for full sun,
I need,
stone
I
hardy.
need more of that. You have a couple more
I
of
do.
those?
I have a couple here. I can. I had a feeling.
They would actually look good in yours, too.
And we don't want to forget Martha Galanthus, the snowdrops.
No. I'm putting
Here's that.
a whole little garden of galanthus over here.
Okay. So
Okay.
Galanthus. Oh, I am so ready for spring. And
These are beautiful. So are these different kinds?
These are all different kinds.
Oh, wow.
And they're all hardy, and the deer don't bother them.
Oh, that's so great.
They're very delicate. It's a sure sign of hope. Spring is almost here. And the other thing, what's nice with Galanthus, primula,
Yeah.
primrose, go wonderful with Galanthus.
They
So
do.
this is a really pretty, I think that pink goes with my dark.
You want the pink one?
I have this nice.
Well, this is beautiful for yours,
Ooh,
too.
yes.
I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to put them both in and really pack it. You know, we like to plant them full. You don't want to go so tight, so you want some air circulation.
Yes.
And that way they'll be healthy. Now, these will last at least a month and a half to 2 months. This will get us through early spring into mid-spring.
Well, like end of March, right? And sort of-
Yeah, end of March, early April. You'd want to water them, once, twice a week, depending on where they're at. And, this will give you just a lot of color. I love that, the chartreuse with that soft
Don't you love that?
yellow.
Oh, this looks
That
really
pot,
great by
wow.
my back door. Can I borrow
That
the pot?
looks beautiful.
Can I borrow the pot till I come down to your place?
Yes, I think we can do
Borrow that. It's that very exciting time of year for gardeners. Time to dust off the cobwebs in our garden sheds and garages, haul out our flower pots and tools for the gardening season ahead. So I want to share a few tips to help you kick off your spring gardening season. I love taking my flower pots out after a long winter in storage, and if they are at all dirty, if for perchance you forgot to wash them before you put them away, make sure you wash them now. And wash all the pots thoroughly and put about 3/4 of a cup of Clorox bleach right in the water and scrub very well on the inside and the outside and let them dry. This will be very good, and it will certainly help protect the new plants that you're going to put into your decorative flower pots. And your tools, well, if you have forgotten to sharpen, this is a great tool. This is it's called a Dia Sharp, and it has a very wonderful, mildly abrasive sharpener right here and just find the right edge and just go like this. You can just do 2 or 3 swipes along the edge to keep your tool very sharp, and wipe clean with an oiled rag. You should do this pretty much every time you use them. But also, if you are cutting out any diseased branches or problematical branches in your trees or shrubs, always dip your blade in a solution of water and bleach. Very good for cleaning those blades. And that way you're not going to transfer disease from one shrub to another. When you're making flower arrangements, just 1/4 teaspoon of bleach in the water in which you're going to put your flowers helps keep that water bright and clean, sort of like clear as crystal, which is really what you want. If you do see it starting to get a little bit green, pour it out, put fresh water in and a little tiny bit more bleach, and your flowers will last a lot longer. And, we all know that you can't be a good gardener unless you're willing to get dirty. I love wearing white. It's really great in the sunlight. It keeps me kind of nice and cool in the garden. I even wore white on our chocolate show in February, and I wear it year-round. If you get dirty, and I'm so lucky I didn't get any gardening dirt on my white shirt, but if I had, I don't mind because I can just go down into my laundry and wash my whites in good hot water with a small amount, like 3/4 cup of bleach in my laundry water. And, or you can, if it's really bad, you can pre-soak your shirt in a big tub of water with about 3/4 cup of bleach also. So these are all very, very good hints. Make sure you wash your laundry after you pre-soak and with your favorite detergent. And you're going to have nice white shirts. I wear white all the time in the garden. I'm not afraid of it because I have my Clorox. It really is a very, very good addition to everybody's laundry. And thanks to Clorox, everyone's going home with Clorox bleach and a white t-shirt.
3 of my favorite spring planted bulbs today. We're going to start with dahlias.
Okay.
Dahlias.
They're not potatoes.
No. You can't eat them. And
That's
we have
not
actually.
a sweet potato no matter
They're
what.
a little crunchy, not too sweet. They come in 2 different forms, and that's why I wanted to show you to start. In the mass market, you typically get these Dutch-grown bulbs, which are pot clusters, and they look kind of raggedy and ugly, but they grow just fine. That's mass-produced. These are traditional, small farmer-produced here in America for us, and they're called chicken legs because it's the same thing as the pot cluster, but they've been cut up.
Looks like a skinny chicken.
Yeah. Now, sometimes they are round as golf balls. They could be as narrow as a pencil, all different shapes and sizes. Don't worry, they're all going to grow just fine.
But that's the top.
That's the top where the stem used to be,
Yeah,
and you need to find a little eye like that.
Right.
So let's go. You want to plant about 6 inches deep.
Okay, so this will be down to 6 inches below the soil?
Exactly.
So this is really like 12 inches deep.
We're going to lay that horizontally.
Oh, horizontally.
So it's going to work just great. Yeah. Now,
and we're planting
my garden soil isn't quite as nice as yours.
Here.
Yeah.
We're
but
not
we'll
in
get
my
down
yard.
6 inches.
Okay.
I always bring a ruler out to the garden.
Okay.
I don't know what 6 inches is, but the ruler does.
Yes.
And they're cheap.
No, you're not down far enough.
No, I'm not down far enough. So here we go.
I think I'm down far enough.
Be my guest.
Exactly.
All right. That's why it's your show.
Lay it down.
So lay it, and if you can put the eye pointing up, that's always great, but it's going to find its way anyway. With a pot cluster, you're going to find where the stem came out, and you're going to point that up.
Any food in the soil, but it should be prepared before.
Now, don't fill it all in. Oh, Martha.
Oh. Well, here, I'll
Sorry.
take it.
We're only going to put in 2 or 3 inches of soil because dahlias like warm soil to get started, and that's going to help the sun warm them up.
That's a good thing to know.
Yeah, it is, and it makes it easy to water, but you don't want to water much at the beginning. In fact, a lot of times we say if your soil's moist, don't even water at all till you see sprouts emerge. Because if the soil's cold, they're never going to sprout, cold and damp.
So if this guy wants to go down in there, that'll only get a little bit.
And then once they start sprouting, you can fill the soil in.
Are bulbs or boys? Do you call this a he or a she?
I like talking about sex, but that's a question I don't know the answer to, Martha. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So we'll fill that in once it starts growing. That's not going to be today.
Okay.
We also brought, dahlias bloom fabulously well in the fall, and they're great for bouquets, too. There's nothing like a fresh bouquet out of your own yard.
Oh, no.
It'll give you hundreds. That one little tuber that costs $5 or $8 is going to give you 100 flowers by the end of the season. So there's dahlias. Let's look at glads, too. Glads have sort of been scorned for the last 50 years or so by a lot of gardeners.
The funeral flower.
Exactly, but to me, they're farmstead
I was born
flowers.
in August, and that's my flower.
Good for you.
Gladiolas. That's
Good for you.
That's the month.
Absolutely love them. These are bulbs of small flowered glads, and they're becoming quite popular today.
Like little species.
Species glads and early hybrid forms as well. They're smaller flowered, they blend into a bouquet better, and they stand up in the garden better.
How deep?
We're going to plant them about 2 to 6 inches deep, but the really tricky question is which end goes up. Sorry about that. And that is the side with the little indentation is actually where the roots grow.
Yes.
So you want to put that facing down. I think that's about 2 inches. Would you?
Okay.
Where am I going to put all this soil? We'll make this work.
Yeah, there.
All right,
How
good.
far apart?
About 4 to 6 inches apart.
Okay.
Yeah, settle them in there well. And again, we'll water them maybe once at the beginning, but then we're going to wait till
now the
sprouts
same idea
appear.
of not
Nah,
covering
I'm
them?
going to cover that all up.
Okay,
Yep.
so different than dahlias.
A little bit different.
Okay.
And then sometimes when they grow, they start to lean a little bit, and you can mound more over
I see.
to keep them upright.
Okay.
They're great in pots too. And speaking of pots, we're going to plant some tuberoses.
I love tuberoses.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know tuberoses at all, except from the florist shop. They're wonderfully fragrant. It's an Aztec flower. Colonial gardeners grew and loved them, and they're absolutely fabulous. They are sort of homely looking bulbs, but
I think they're very interesting. And
they
how,
are.
How many
They
in a
need
pot?
to be as big as your thumb.
How many in a pot?
To bloom the first year. So look for the biggest bulbs you can find. We plant them pretty close together. I think we'll put 5 in each of these pots.
How deep?
And you want to plant them so just the tip shows.
Oh, okay.
That's all you need to do. Tuberoses like it really warm, so we always start them inside maybe 4 weeks before last frost in a sunny window. Then we move them outside to the sunniest spot we've got. Their fragrance is stronger in the evening too, which is great if you're home then.
This was also a funeral flower.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they call these flowers because they were so beautiful, but they were typically used to
They do great in
funerals.
in the north in pots or in the south in the garden. And then in the winter, just bring them inside in the north, put them in your basement, let them completely dry. No water, no nothing. And in the spring, they'll start sprouting back up and you can put them back out on your porch.
Oh, I can't wait to see these bloom.
Martha Stewart invited people from across America to enter a video into the contest, and we won.
Hi, Martha.
You must be Evan Nice.
I am.
I have a wife whose name is Lauren, and our son Harris is 1 year old. Harris spends a lot of time with this bear, and it's one of the things that we have to deodorize.
Yeah, well, spit up and stuff like that.
One of his favorite things is a teddy bear, and it's actually beginning to pick up a bit of an odor.
So you just sprinkle this with Arm & Hammer baking soda, leave it on for 15 minutes, shake it off real vigorously, and you have a very nice, clean-smelling bear.
Huh, that's so easy.
And Grandma made it.
Grandma did make it, yeah. She'll be happy that it smells good.
She will. Shall we tackle the kitchen?
Of course. Between the dirty pots and pans, the stove, the microwave, all of it just contributes to this great mess that's in the kitchen. A couple of spots that drive me crazy are the baby bottles, which pile up in the sink.
So let's tackle the baby bottles.
Okay.
Rinse them out, put in a teaspoon of baking soda, and fill it up with warm water, shake, and then wash as usual. I used to have to boil them.
I do all the cooking, but the thing I'm not great at is cleaning up. The other problem is the microwave.
Seen a lot worse microwaves than that. We have a very easy solution for getting rid of the stains. Just put a little bit of baking soda on a damp sponge. Use it as a scouring pad. And so just rub with the baking soda, rinse with a clean sponge, and there you have it. The baking soda really does help with the odors in the microwave. Onions and tomato sauce, and it splatters. It'll take care of all of that.
Great. I'm amazed at some of the things Martha's teaching me. These tips are pretty simple. I mean, we've always had Arm & Hammer baking soda in our house. I just didn't know that it could do this. Why don't we go check out Harris's room?
Oh, are there some dilemmas there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Rescue Me Martha contest was looking for someone who needed Martha's help, and we won.
We have a local cleaning crew. They're going to spend the day cleaning your entire apartment using Arm & Hammer baking soda.
Wonderful. I've been a huge Martha fan for so many years. It's really wonderful.
Make this place absolutely beautiful for Evan and his wife and baby.
So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna take Harris down to the train station to meet Lauren, and the crew are gonna stick behind and they're gonna clean away.
Have a great day and email me when everything's done.
Thanks so much. I'll do that just after I take out the diapers.
Okay, good. Good boy. Ciao.
All I wanted to do was for the train to speed home so I can go inside and see what has been happening at my apartment all day.
We're really excited to go inside and see our home clean.
Whoa! Look at this place. Are we in the right apartment?
We walked in and it was amazing.
Does it smell
This
good?
smell good? I can't believe Arm & Hammer Baking Soda and Martha Stewart did this.
This looks fantastic.
Looks great. Let's go see Harris's room.
All right. I love that my husband is the one cleaning the house, but I am so jealous that he got to spend the day with Martha Stewart.
Smells good, doesn't it?
It smells great. It looks great too.
Harris's room, it smells so fresh. You can take a deep breath and it doesn't stink.
I like how you rearranged this. It looks very nice.
Thanks.
Good job.
I'm looking at Lauren and she is so excited right now. Okay, this is one of the last things that we did. The ring around the tub is gone.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Great job.
You know, the prize is really wonderful, but the greatest thing for me is to see Lauren so happy.
Martha and her cleaning crew took something that we have in our pantry. I had no idea that Arm & Hammer baking soda could do all this.
Thank you, Martha.
Such an amazing experience. Harris just turned 1 and he is getting into everything.
It's difficult to balance work and life.
Our hands are full. Rescue us, Martha.
This is Harris's room. Here's his diaper pail. As soon as you walk in, you smell diapers.
Little stinky in here. Now shame on you.
We have to do something about that diaper pail.
This dilemma is all about neutralizing the odor, easily done with a sprinkling of Arm & Hammer baking soda for neutralizing any unpleasant odors. Baking soda is just a simple sodium bicarbonate. It's so natural and so easily used for so many different purposes. I think I've counted, more than 100 uses for baking soda.
Wow.
Now ring around the tub. Easy.
Ring around the tub. I'm a little bit concerned about what she's gonna say when she sees that, but hopefully she'll be able to fix it.
Okay, so 1 bathroom,
One bathroom,
1 tub,
one tub.
1 ring around the tub.
Big ring. We give Harris a bath in our bathtub, and there is a ring around the tub.
Just put a little bit of baking soda on a damp sponge, gently rub. It's a very mild abrasive and it really will take that right away. Arm & Hammer does the trick.
Great.
And it's gentle.
I'm amazed at the effect that the baking soda had on this ring around the tub.
We have a surprise for you, Evan. We have a local cleaning crew and they're going to spend the day cleaning your entire apartment using baking soda.
Wonderful.
Look, 3 ladies who are going to do
Wonderful.
the job and this lovely gift for you. They're total home cleaning. They're a lovely group. These are all for you. My homekeeping handbook, our magazine on organizing. Thank you very much for sharing your dilemmas with us. I'm sure they're the dilemmas of many of you and they're easily solved with Arm & Hammer. Thank you.
Thanks, Martha.
Here's a good thing that makes spring cleaning anywhere simple and easy. It is a spring cleaning kit. And of course, this kit can be used all year long. I try to keep a kit on every floor of my house because it's just easier. Keep it in a slop closet if you have one or in a utility closet. One of these great big recycled buckets. You can also buy these buckets, but I like a big one because if you fill it with water, it really is fantastic. Lots of towels, old towels, and rags in the bottom. paper towel and Windex because I am a fanatical window washer. I can't stand even one little dog nose on a window. You know what they're like. All-purpose cleaner, some scouring powder, a squeegee for big windows, some all-purpose sponges. And you know, don't forget, sponges don't last forever. Remember to throw them away. Don't try to sterilize them. Every now and then I'll throw all my sponges in a bucket of bleach water. But you know, after not too long a time, sponges have to be disposed of. Scouring sponge, these are great. I love them. They're coming in white now. A toothbrush for getting into those hard to reach corners. And I love these little natural scrub brushes. This too for the corners in a bathroom, around the toilet. Excellent. And good rubber gloves. That's it. Please welcome Nanette Lepore. Nice to have you, Nanette. Thanks for coming.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's so much fun to start off a party show with really beautiful fashion. You know, sit down, please. And what should we keep in mind when we're picking an outfit for a party, for a celebration? If, say we're throwing the party.
Well, first of all, I love a celebration. So I like to make clothing that women wear to a special occasion. And they come to me a lot for that kind of feeling. So I think you want to feel really good in what you're wearing. You want to stand out in the crowd. And you want to get lots of compliments.
The majority of your clothes are made here in New York City, which is very interesting. And now you're expanding into shoes and accessories and all kinds of other things too, right?
Yes, definitely. But one of my causes has been to try to save the New York City Garment Center and keep manufacturing here in New York City.
Well, you probably have very, very fabulous seamstresses and cutters and everything else.
Yeah, that's great.
We're full of talent here in New York City, aren't we?
Definitely.
Yeah, very great. So your clothes are known for being suitable for all ages. How do you accomplish that?
Well, it's a trick, I guess. I work with everyone from my 13-year-old daughter to myself to, you know, relatives, and you know, it's a big family.
And you make all sizes.
Project for me.
And you make all sizes
Yes.
too. Well, we're going to look at some really great designs for spring. And what was your inspiration for the collection we're about to see?
Well, spring was all about optimism. So the colors were really bright and punchy, but going back to the classics. So sort of a little bit of a preppy or more classic approach to fashion, really waisted garments, fuller skirts, higher necklines, and really just throwing all the fun into the color and the patterns.
And you're wearing your own design, aren't you?
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
It's very pretty.
Thank you.
I love the print on the skirt.
Yeah, and it's kind of a cute, more traditional, almost preppy, but highlighted with the crazy neon color palette.
Lovely. And the shoes too, with the neon straps and the blue and the neon toes. Look at that.
Oh
Yes.
no. Good thing I had my pedicure.
So let's take a look at some of your dresses from your 2012 spring collection. Our first model is Frances. Very pretty.
So she looks striking with the red hair and that color
yes,
too, right?
And the white skin, beautiful.
But the neckline on this one is nice because it's got the extra notch in the neck on the shoulder. So you have a little bit of a sexiness and still kind of a demure silhouette. There's a secret hook and eye if you want to close it up for a little more coverage.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like a nice flirty skirt. It's a great dance dress.
And the shoes are so cute too. Look at
Definitely.
those pink shoes, lovely.
I know, I love color.
What's the fabric?
This is a hand-painted silk, and in order to get the deep saturation of color, they had to go through a special technique of laying on the dye. So it was very complicated to develop this pattern.
Well, thank you, Frances. Gorgeous. And we have Nina, our next model. Oh, yes. The deep pleat on the skirt, that was made famous at the Oscars this year, I understand.
I know, as long as you don't stand really crazy in it. I know.
Angelina Jolie, right?
I know, poor thing. But, I mean, I'm sure she survived that, but anyway.
She looked gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
she
love
did
the idea of it. I think if you have beautiful legs, show them off like that.
No, she did look beautiful.
Yes,
but
she did. So that's a
anyway,
very pretty
this
dress
is
too. I love
nice
that. I love the sleeve.
I like this, and I like the high neck, and then the slit just gives you the right amount of sexiness to sort of counterbalance the more demure high neck.
And what's the fabric on this dress?
This is a Japanese fabric, and this dress comes in lots of deep saturated colors also, because we were able to accomplish those colors by working with newer fabrics and newer fabric mills that are experimenting.
Cute shoes too, gorgeous colors.
Beautiful. And this
Love
is
that.
a great dress to pack. This one is very like
wrinkle?
roll it in a ball. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, lovely. Very good, thank you. And our third model is Mick. So it's lace overlay?
Yes, and it's really nice because it's the pale pastel lace over the neon. So it's a new approach. It's a nice approach to wearing neon and still not feeling like, you know, it's taking over. I think it's a great fun piece to wear to prom.
Oh, prom, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's very fresh and sweet for prom instead of being so, you know, cocktaily.
Yeah, really gorgeous. Lovely. And we have our next model. Thank you, Nick. Oh, by the way, how much do these dresses cost? What's the range?
Oh, I believe from around 300 to 500.
Oh, so they're reasonably priced
Right,
for
definitely.
really high fashion.
Yes,
Really
yes.
beautiful. Our next model is Amy.
Okay, Amy's in the pool party dress, which is exactly where you would probably want to wear this. Backyard party, summer picnic.
Is that cotton?
It is actually, it's a cotton nylon, which is another fabrication that had to be special to hit these deep saturated colors. But this is a great dress for someone who wants to wear neon but doesn't want to be full on bright. So it's a nice way to just sort of dabble in the bright colors. And it's got the scuba sport detail,
The
which
zippered
is
pockets?
trending. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a great dress. I like a dress that can take me from the flea market out to dinner, and I think this one has it all.
Really cute, and cute shoes. Those look, are they comfortable? Yeah, pretty comfortable. It makes a tall girl very tall.
It's true, it's not fair.
Yeah, not fair. So, very nice, thank you so much. And our last final look, is Nina again. And oh wow, that's great.
Now this is an entrance maker. I love this color. It's beautiful, and it's such an entrance maker with this dress. So this one is very versatile also. This can be anywhere from a cute way to approach prom, to birthday party, to summer wedding.
I was thinking office with a little sweater.
Office, if you keep the sweater, because the back is kind of revealing and pretty on this one.
Oh yes,
This
but
is
definitely
nice.
sweater.
Definitely. And then
Yeah.
it could go to the office if you're willing to be that bright at work. But I am. I love color, so I think it's fine to wear color always.
Oh, we have great looking girls at the office, and they should all look like this. Amazing. And the shoes are great.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
love the
one.
pink and the orange together, and the big high. Oh, and there's a green underneath. Those
Yeah,
are
so we hit all three shades of neon right there in that shoe.
Hi everybody, welcome to our Facebook Live chat from our greenhouse here in Bedford, New York. Ryan McAllister is my head gardener here at the farm, and we thought we'd show you something that's timely right now. It's how to start seeds. If you are going to grow a garden this year, if you'd like to grow your own tomato plants, pepper plants, flower plants, anything that needs to be started prior to planting out in the garden, please watch, because you'll learn a lot, I think. We have our first student, live student, sitting right here on the table. This is Blackie, who is a self-appointed greenhouse cat. Blackie showed up less than a year ago from the neighborhood. Nobody's claimed him, and everybody knows he's here. But he is the friendliest, nicest, cleanest barn cat I have ever seen. Well, he's really a greenhouse cat. And every day, doesn't he bring you a present every day?
Yeah. Mice, birds, anything he finds every day.
Every single day. And then he takes it off and eats it. So doesn't he?
Yes.
And we
Outside.
feed him too, and he's actually put on about 10 pounds.
He's gotten really heavy.
Since he got here. You are a very beautiful cat. So on with the program. This is the time when the seed catalogs have piled up. I'm a little bit nervous because I've only put in 2 big orders. I mean, one from Johnny's and one from Annie's.
Yes.
Annie's perennials, annuals and perennials, we actually featured and awarded an American-made award last year, and we love her. We love her plants. So I'm ordering quite a big order from Annie's this year out in California. Everything we've gotten from her has grown stupendously, but these are just, not all, but almost all of our seed catalogs. So, and they are vegetables, flowers, summer planting bulbs, what else is here? Trees, berry bushes.
Live plants, seeds.
You would think after 12 years here at the farm, I would have planted pretty much all the things that I need in terms of trees and bushes, but that's not the case. We have so much more to plant, so many more fruit trees to plant. When I first came here, I thought, well, I'm not going to plant too many fruit trees, and every tree we've planted has been so prolific. And the gardens are growing in size. They probably should be getting smaller.
Every year we make a new garden.
We do. And this year it's going to be even more garden. But it's fun, and we really want to grow lots and lots of things. So right now, what you would grow are things that take a long time to germinate. Things that take a long time to grow and get ready for transplanting. So that is, the first things are the cool weather crops, like the cabbages, the brassicas, the broccolis, the onions.
Celery.
The celeries, the celery root. Patsy Pollock, our head of merchandising, just brought me home 3 packages of seeds. Look at these heart-shaped tomatoes. Beautiful celeriac. That's the celery root that you make all kinds of beautiful salads out of, and purees and soups. Oh, another celery root here. Nolan celery. That's celery root. Or it's like big knobs.
Knobby.
Yeah. And those radishes. Those you will not plant for transplanting. Everything that's going to go into these little cells that are filled. These are filled with beautiful, beautiful potting soil. Now there's a lot of seed starting soil,
yes.
Not potting soil.
Not potting soil.
No. Seed starting soil, which has different qualities than a potting soil. You want something that retains moisture, but is very bland, very fine. Holds the moisture.
But lots of drainage.
Yes, but lots of drainage.
Lots of peat moss.
Right. So what should we plant in here to start?
I actually have a quick question.
Oh.
So this is Lisa from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and she's in a high desert area. Do you have any advice for Zone 4 high wind, short growing season?
Well, build a big stone wall around your vegetable garden so that you have protection from that wind. A big wall, some sort of wall. And I think you can capture the sunlight. Hopefully you have moisture to irrigate, and you can grow pretty much anything in Zone 4 during the warm months.
So starting stuff early, any grasses or anything will grow well then too, because they can handle the winter, they can handle the heat, the wind, so anything like that's fine.
But always, always read the back of the seed catalog. It will tell you the zone that is necessary to grow that particular plant. Read in the seed catalogs, always read the hardiness of a plant. If you're buying a plant or a perennial or a tree or a bush, this hardiness is terribly important. And Zone 1 is coldest. Zone 10 is hottest. Does it go all the way to 10?
11 for Hawaii if they add it, but
okay.
Usually 1 to 10.
Yeah, 1 to 10. So we're in Zone 5 here. And when I was in Westport, Connecticut, it was Zone 6. Very, very congenial to growing almost everything. But not winter hardy. You can't keep ferns outside, not house ferns anyway, in the winter months. So we won't start celery root.
We can, but cabbages and stuff are better
I'd rather
for now.
do cabbage. Okay.
And are these seeds organic? Wants to know.
I grow primarily organically raised seed. The Johnny's seed catalog. Do we have the Johnny's here?
Johnny's is here. Right there.
Oh, where?
The big one.
Oh, here. Yeah, that's
a couple of them.
Okay, here's a giant Johnny's. This is. They offer you the choice of organic and. Yep.
OG next to everything.
Yep, OG organically grown. But then if you get into like the corn, you can really have your choice. Here you have your choice of organic or non-organic. You have variety, type. A packet is $4.65. 1,000 seeds, $6.25.
They let you do it by
Not such a big
weight
difference,
and,
right.
and size,
And
and it tells you how many
quantity.
quantity.
And if it's organically grown or not. And you can really, it takes a long time to order seeds. It took me, I was on a plane last week, it took me the entire plane ride from San Antonio, Texas to New York.
For one catalog.
For one catalog. And I didn't want to miss anything. And I read every single category.
Yeah, they're great not just for
But
ordering,
get
learning.
ready, I ordered every single corn. And that's what happens when you start to order from these catalogs. Everything looks so delicious and so enticing. I ordered every single variety, just a packet of each.
Okay.
So we'll grow a short row of each of the different kinds to see how they grow.
It grew great last year.
Yeah, we had great corn. And
I actually have several questions about plants or herbs that you can use in an apartment, small apartment, patios, or good windowsill plants.
Well, if you're just, you can't grow vegetable crops on your windowsill. You can grow a herb or two or three on your windowsill, a pot of rosemary, a pot of
parsley,
thyme,
sage, thyme.
Yeah, all those wonderful parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme song. But it's hard to grow other things in quantity on windowsills. Patios, you can grow in pots, all kinds of things. Last year I saw, remember, up in Maine, that amazing array of herb pots?
Oh, yeah.
Down a driveway, my friend Mrs. Wister has large pots, each pot dedicated to one specific herb. So there was a pot of curly mint, a pot of peppermint, a pot of spearmint, a pot of rosemary, thyme,
basil.
dill. Oh, so beautiful. And every pot was the same, so it all looked very cohesive and gorgeous. But you can do that too. You can do that on a terrace, just to line a terrace with pots. Just don't, if you want your terrace beautiful, just don't use a whole lot of plastic pots and odd sort of, tin cans and stuff. It won't look nice. Although my friend Alan Stone was a really good gardener in Maine, and he just grew whatever he found, he grew. And here's this great art collector, and he was growing stuff in just kind of tin cans, crazy stuff, tomato juice cans. But it works. So if you don't have anything else, it will work. And I don't want to discourage you from growing if you don't have the appropriate container. Beg, borrow, or buy seeds.
Can you use these from a previous year?
Well, look what we have. These are Formosa lily seeds. Formosa lilies are one of the most spectacular lilies, very tall. They grow about this tall, and they have long white trumpet flowers. Look them up online if you don't have a flower encyclopedia. But they're one of the most beautiful lilies I've ever seen. And who knew that their pods? This is from probably 2 pods. Thousands and thousands of seeds. And so you let them dry on the stalk, and I probably picked these in late October.
And we started with 2 plants that you got as a friend,
plants,
and
right.
all the rest
from Landcraft.
seeds.
Remember,
Yeah.
he gave me, it was Landcraft that gave me 2. And
Dan Hinckley sent you some.
That's right. Dan sent me some. I'm going to grow a grove of Formosa lilies because they're so beautiful. Then these are what?
Lupins.
Lupins. See, we saved the lupin seeds. These are very beautiful. And these were originally from, I think, an Annie's plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look at those lupin seeds. They're part of they're a legume, part of the pea family. And they're easy to collect. They have to mature on the plant, though. Don't try to pick a beautiful flower and expect it to mature into a seed pod. You have to leave it on the
Wait
plant.
till it's dry day.
Oh, look at
These
the
are columbine from the one from Turkey Hill.
Oh,
that you have the dark purple.
Dark blacky purple. Look at these beautiful seeds. Oh, let's start some of those. That's beautiful. Okay. So we have filled, I'm going to try the columbine here, okay?
Yeah, that works.
So,
What type of soil do you like to use, and what type of tree?
okay, so you talk about the soil, because you do all the ordering of the soil.
So the soil, I ordered one specifically for seed starting. So they're really heavy. They're a blend, but they're really heavy with the peat moss. So they're mainly peat moss, vermiculite, perlite, but they'll be anywhere between 60-75% peat moss. And that's for like what we talked about with the drainage and just the light mix of everything.
Yeah. And
we
where
just
do
choose-
you order?
A lot of it comes from Griffin, which is a local supplier, because they'll deliver a whole bulk load of it on pallets for us, because we go through so much of it. And I order a mix for everything that we do here. All these bins behind us are
So
we keep
Griffin's
everything
is
in.
good, but if you have a local garden center, they also have seed starting mixtures. I know the Home Depot sells big bags of stuff.
Yeah, just look for anything
Yeah.
that's specified for seeds. It doesn't need to have any fertilizer or anything, and the bag should be really light.
So I'm going to do like 2 or 3 seeds in each little cell. And then we have to just cover these very lightly.
It's always good to do 2 or 3 in each one, that way, because
Yeah.
not all of them are going to grow, so that way at least you're guaranteed to have 1 in each, and if
And-
more grow, you can just cut them out.
Right, and these are perennials. So we're going to try to get a lot more columbines in our garden. And we need to, because we need more flowers. I want more of everything, but that's the way it goes around here.
And it's easy to do it this way as far as saving them, because we pick what we like that's in the garden, ones that we already have, and this way we can grow in exactly what we want.
And we have a great luxury here in having this amazing head house, it's called. It's part of the big greenhouse, which I'll show you later if you're interested. But the greenhouse houses, during the winter months, all my ornamental plants, my house plants, my begonias, anything that's not winter hardy is in that greenhouse. Very big, old conservatory type greenhouse. And but it's also great because the benches have heating pads on them. This is a heating pad. They come in many different sizes. Again, you order these through a company like Johnny's or Griffin's or Burpee's, and these have electric cords that need electricity, of course, and they are just the right temperature to keep the soil warm enough for germination. So this is put underneath these trays, and it just sits right on it.
They say about 70
Yeah.
degrees, which is pretty good for most plants. Some
Yeah.
you can adjust to the temperature. Some things like it cooler, but around 65, 70.
And these trays are also, it's very beneficial once you've planted the seeds, and we're not quite finished, we have to cover a little bit, and water. You cover with this, it creates a mini greenhouse. So, so much better. You know, when I was growing up, do you know what we grew in?
What?
Well, my dad would have us start collecting at school the milk containers, the little half-pint milk
Oh, yeah.
containers. And we cut off the tops, and those little milk containers, which were very good, they're waxy paper, those were his tomato seeding, tomato seed starting.
Little greenhouses.
Yeah, and then he wasn't buying little peat pots like this. These are so nice, too. These are very handy, and the roots... this deteriorates after the plant gets mature, and you just break this up a little bit, and when you put the plant in the ground, 1 seed per, by the way.
They're good for larger things like cabbages, tomatoes, and
those
stuff grow
are
really
great.
well.
Speaking of vegetable seeds, can you use seeds from your fruit and vegetables and plant those?
Not ones from the store. Usually a few things you can, but most of them aren't ripe all the way, so you would kind of want to avoid that. And some stuff they spray, so not everything's going to germinate, and if it's been heated or cooled. So some things you can, but I wouldn't.
And Rita Marie wants to know, can you keep your plants in seed-starting soil?
They'll stay in there as long as they're small, and then when you're going to put them out in the garden, or if it's something that grows quickly, you would transfer it from a small container like this to something that has larger cells, or one of the peat pots, and then grow it out there for another month or two, and then put it in the garden.
Sometimes it takes transplanting from this size root ball to a larger size, or to a little peat pot like that, or into a clay pot if you have a lot of small clay pots. I have a lot of those too. And you just then transfer that into your garden. So, oh good, yeah, fill those.
It
So
just
I'm
depends
just
on what it
topping
is.
off those tiny seeds. The rule of thumb basically is the diameter of the seed, that much height of soil over it. These are almost infinitesimal, so I'm not going to put too much soil on. But then just pat it down. This is only to keep that seed secure in the top fraction of an inch. And
Where do you want to plant on this side?
on this side, well, I think we should just plant more columbines.
That works.
Because we could use these dark columbines in that whole purple border.
Oh, that'd look great in there,
Wouldn't that
yeah,
be pretty?
with all the alliums.
The nodding heads, and yeah, I think that would be really pretty. So I'll just plant another
So Alicia
stump.
wants to know, she's a beginner and lives on an acreage. She's all about perennials, so for simplicity, what's something that she can start out with that will eventually go to about an acreage? She's in a zone 3-4 in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Saskatchewan. Wow, you're a little bit more here. What do you think, Saskatchewan?
If she wants to do veggies, they make a lot of veggies that are specific for colder areas now, stuff that grows and germinates quickly and grows. You usually get a smaller harvest or a smaller piece of produce, but there's plenty of stuff. So she can do
I don't know
vines
about
with...
the smaller produce, because I remember growing in Massachusetts, high elevation, the biggest cabbages I've ever grown, because they're long, hot days, short nights, and very, very conducive to growing fast. Same and Alaska is known for its giant lettuces.
Yeah, the daylight
right.
helps, keeps it
all
from bolting.
Yeah, all that daylight. So I think you're in good shape. You could grow a lot of those stronger crops, as Ryan said, the cabbages. You'll grow giant heads of broccoli,
Onions, all the cool weather stuff would go great up there.
I love all of that.
So Diana wants to know, do you recommend growing only one type of vegetable per raised garden bed, or is it okay to mix things up?
You can mix things that go well together. We like to do a lot of succession planting, so we'll do, like in the large bed, maybe 2 rows of, let's say, lettuce, and then as that gets about halfway mature, we'll plant like a row of tomatoes in the middle, so that way when the lettuce is done, the tomatoes are already up and taken over, so you don't wait space. Just maximize the space. So that's fine, just as long as they're compatible as far as how they grow.
And Mandy wants to know, do you use fresh manure from your farm animals, the cows, horses, and chickens?
Well, I have giant manure piles. As you can imagine, with 7 horses, we have a tremendous amount of manure every single day. All the bedding for the chickens goes into the horse manure, and that has to be, you cannot use it fresh. The whole secret is to age it, let the seeds die in the warmth of the decomposing manure, and you get fantastic gardens. Last year, first time we really used a tremendous amount of manure as top dressing. And we got the best garden last year that we've had here in Bedford ever.
The tomatoes did great
just
from the manure.
Yep, they did.
The plants love it.
Yeah, and the beans were very prolific, and so, well,
everything.
So the
Potatoes,
onions. We had the best potato crop too. Really fantastic. And manure, I'm a big proponent of saving all your compost. If you saw my compost piles, you would just be amazed. They are very gigantic. Look them up on marthastewart.com, because we did some stories in the magazine on our compost piles. The creation of black gold, which refurbishes the soil that you're using on a yearly basis to grow things, needs refurbishing all the time. And rather than using commercial fertilizers, I use compost, I use minerals. We added a lot of azomite this year.
Azomite is great for all the peonies. They love it.
For
the roses,
all the flowering plants.
The tomatoes like it too.
Yeah, and we use superphosphate 056 or 050. Is it 056? 059? What is it?
55.
Oh, 55.
And we use it for the hostas and all the greenery.
Yeah, all of that. Superphosphate's great. And then I had all my soils tested, and we found that we really needed potassium. So we found a local source for potassium in the raw, and that has been in a granular form. We've put that down everywhere where we were short potassium. So we should have great gardens this year and great hay. If any of you have any suggestions for growing the best hay for your horses and your donkeys, please let me know. We're experimenting. We have nice thick grass, but we haven't been able to get a real great crop of hay due to the weather more than anything else.
Yeah, it needs to be perfect weather.
Can't have rain when you've just cut the field, and it's a guessing game all the time. So now this, a little bit of water. I think I'm a little afraid of that sprinkling. Well, try it. Just try if you can get a little bit of moisture on there. Yeah, that's good. Just give it a little bit of a soaking and cover and put onto a table. This side too.
There's someone writing in from the Mojave Desert.
Oh.
What do you suggest for a dry climate like that?
Cacti. I have a big table. I'll show you later. A big table of cactus in my greenhouse. I love cactus, but you need water. Oh, you want to mark it? Yes, please. Yeah.
Everything we mark with what it is. We put the date on the back so we know when we planted it. Just keep track of what it is.
Yep. and then cover, and you're ready to set that right on your heated table. And heat is good, but light is also good. Until the plants germinate, though, you don't need any artificial light whatsoever. You can actually cover all of these with a piece of newspaper until they germinate, because seeds don't need light to germinate. They need warmth. Once germinated, then they need light to grow and create chlorophyll. So here, that's that one. So you see there's all different sizes. This would be great for small flower plants, marigolds, zinnias, anything like that. But lettuce grows, I think, better if you just sow it right into the ground. I think that cucumbers grow better just sown into
The larger
the ground.
seeds, cucumbers,
Yeah.
squash, pumpkins, everything
Right
like that does
in
much
the
better in the
ground.
ground.
Yes.
They grow too quickly.
But tomatoes, because they need to get a good root structure before you put them out, and you have to put them out after any chance of frost. Blackie, where are you?
By the door.
Oh, Blackie wants to go out. You can open the door. Let Blackie out. Blackie's going out to hunt.
This is good for onions too.
Oh,
really
onions,
good for
yeah.
onions.
Oh, you want to do some onions?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the onions. Oh, yeah, we need to start a lot of onions. We go through so many onions in this house. And these are a beautiful Tézier. It's called the Espagnole onion, but I bought the seeds in France. First thing I do when I get off a plane is look for a seed store, believe it or not. Most women are going to the couture houses in Paris. I go down to the river where they have all the beautiful seed stores. And I'm always choosing all bags and bags of seed. I just love buying my seeds everywhere.
We have some questions about deer, preventing deer from getting at your plants, and also snails from eating tomatoes.
Oh.
Questions on either one of those.
Deer, the easiest and best is deer fencing. We have the whole property wrapped in deer fencing. If you can do that, that right there will solve the majority of the problems, unless something jumps over or there's a hole in it. So that's the easiest way.
Excuse me, did I mention that we have seeds at the Home Depot? These are beautiful, organic, certified organic seed. So many of you use our seeds. This is a parsley, our beautiful carrots. We love getting pictures of the produce that you grow from our seeds. And this is fresh seed every single year. And it's relatively inexpensive, $1.99 a pack, which is reasonable.
Yeah, very.
Oh, when I see some of the prices in some of these catalogs.
Oh, yeah, some of the stuff is crazy.
Oh.
It depends on how. Some stuff's harder to get seed from. It doesn't produce a lot, so a lot of it's justified, but some is crazy.
Okay, so here's the oignon jaune, yellow onion, Espagnole. So, should we demonstrate the seed starting tool?
Yeah.
Okay. People always laugh at this because what this is basically a vibrator with a if you know what a vibrator is, and if you notice, it just sends the seeds down the.
Turn it stronger.
Set it a little stronger.
Yeah.
And it'll just send one seed into each. Maybe it will.
So Alicia wants to know, have you heard of or used seed libraries?
Oh yes, seed savers.
Yeah, we have.
See how one seed is falling into each little. See how excellent this is?
And this is essentially the same thing, but just the manual version where you just do tapping it in just one at a time.
When I first saw this, I was so excited about having something that works so accurately, because seed is expensive and you don't want to overseed. Where have you done?
Right there.
The second? Okay. So I'll do this row. How many of you have seen such a thing before?
I don't think anyone has seen it.
No? Nobody's answering?
Not yet.
And you can get this too. Can you get this at Johnny's?
Yeah, I can from Johnny's also.
So Linda wants to know, how do you get the new small plants out of the black trays when they're ready?
You want to wait till they root in, and then the
So
easiest
I'm up
you
to
just
here.
okay. The easiest is you just kind of squeeze the bottom, just pinch it. This is a couple tray stick, but just pinch it, and most things will pop up a little bit, and you can just pull them out. If the soil crumbles, it's not ready to come out of the tray. So just kind of let it root in, and it's really easy.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the yellow onion. So we'll do a whole tray of yellow, we'll do a whole tray of white, a whole tray of red. Are these onions too? Oh yeah, these, I love these. Oh yeah, these are a beautiful yellow onion too, a Japanese yellow onion. Yeah, we have to plan another trip to Japan. We need to get more seeds. But all of these seeds now are available via the internet or in seed catalogs. The Japanese seeds here, Kitazawa Seed Company, I love their seeds. And since we have a lot of different ethnic groups working, ethnic people working on this farm, it's kind of fun to have Japanese vegetables, Chinese vegetables, Nepalese vegetables.
The vine, the squash vine that they bought last year.
I love having Eastern European, Italian, South American, all of these things. So many different varieties are available. And where's our Seed Savers catalog? Here it is, Seed Savers Exchange. This is a very important catalog for all of you to know about. Seed Savers has devoted itself, and it's a nonprofit organization that's devoted itself to saving the seeds of original varieties of plants. So nothing has been GMO'd. It's all very original garlics, onions, cabbages, squashes. Amy Goldman, I think, is still on the board of Seed Savers, and she has created those beautiful books. One on melons, one on tomatoes, one on
all the leafy greens that you have in there, the kale
peppers. She's working on gourds. She works on groups of plants, and so beautiful. But she gets her seeds from all over the world, from the original plants.
You find a lot of unique variety stuff you can't find anymore, stuff in the stores that you don't see that tastes wonderful, grows wonderfully, and a lot of it's suited more to your areas than just the standard catalog.
Yeah, it's true. And I want every lettuce this year. I ordered every lettuce.
I have 2 onion questions.
Yeah.
Can you plant onions in part shade? And the other question, the best time to harvest them?
Depends on the type, but they can go in the part shade. As long as they get about 6 hours to 8 hours of sunlight a day, you're fine. And
I don't know. Vegetable gardens should be in the sun. Really, a little tiny bit of light shaded part of the day, okay, but vegetables really need sun.
The tomatoes, all the hot stuff needs it.
And it's and to say that you can grow them in the shade, they get leggy and they insipid looking, and the leaves get long searching for light. It's not a great idea. So I hope you can find a really sunny spot in your yard for a vegetable garden. There are a lot of beautiful shade garden plants, but they're not vegetables for the most part. So we've shown them the vibrating method of planting, the other, what about, talk about that too.
This is soaking. Some seeds, the larger stuff like peas, it's better, you'll get better germination if you soak them overnight. These are sweet peas from Florette.
Oh, okay. It's a little early to start sweet peas, right?
I'll try some early this year.
You want to plant them in the bin?
Yeah, they can go in here.
Okay.
Just there.
So these have soaked for how long?
Just overnight.
Okay.
You can see the difference between ones that straight out of the package and soaked, and once overnight will buy you like a week or 2 of germination time usually.
Okay, so I'm just pressing these down, but if I have you can give me a pen or a pencil, I like to make a hole right into which I put my seed. These hard seeds that have been soaked really need a little bit of depth in which to grow, and you don't worry about them. So you can make holes like that.
Kat would like to know what seeds should be started indoors now, and which ones should we wait till later?
Depends on where you live, but stuff like tomatoes, you want to start with all the broccoli, cabbage, that kind of plants, and then move on to tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. Usually larger seeds, beans, melon, squash, just start them outside once it's warm. Don't even bother starting them inside. So it just kind of depends on your area.
So there, these sweet peas have, why don't you write down there?
What are they?
They're her, the odiferous. And these are from Florette. Florette is also one of our American-made winners. She grows the most beautiful flowers for cutting. And these are her seed packets. We love to grow her flowers because they are specific and beautiful and fragrant. Very, very beautiful. Okay, so that one's done. Oh, I wanted to show our board too. This is something that you can buy or you can make. If you have a handyman husband, or a handyman friend, or just a handy friend, they can make this for you. These are just little molding strips that are nailed right into a piece of plywood, and the plywood has to be cut exactly the size of a planting tray, like this. And just to show, you didn't plant anything in here?
No, okay.
So this is a nice seed starting medium, and watch this, everybody. And you can use these outdoors too. These are really great. Look at the beautiful indentations it makes, even. And so I can start onions in here too.
Yeah, onions do great and stuff like this.
So, I just spilled all my onions. Those are the onion seeds.
Yeah.
We'll have to pick
We can
them
just
up.
sprinkle them in.
Huh? Okay, well these have to go along this beautiful little furrow.
Yeah, it makes a perfect little furrows, and you can just pinch it across the top just to fill it in, and you're done. That way you don't have to mess if you don't have any trays, have the separate cells, just make your own.
Making messes.
Jennifer would like to know, Jennifer from Davenport, Florida, what's a good recommendation for non-toxic bug repellent for vegetable plants?
Non-toxic bug repellent. For what kind of plants?
Vegetables? She didn't specify.
Oh.
Oh, pepper plants. Pepper plants.
They make a lot of organic ones, and they're usually oil-based, like soybean oil. You can find a lot of them in the stores now. So anything, just any type of horticultural oil usually will do fine, and they'll specify organic, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I try to encourage everybody on my place not to spray. Outdoors, I want to be able to just walk in the garden and pick and eat without any worries of spraying. We also have so many animals living on the farm that we really don't like to do any chemical spraying. So we don't in the vegetable gardens. Okay, so that's this method.
Do you want to plant in here some of the lavender seeds?
Oh, now here's something funny. My sister Laura was rummaging through a desk that I had given her, and in the desk drawer she found this little vial, and it says on it, lavender seeds, 1964. This was from my father's lavender garden at 86 Elm Place in Meltley, New Jersey. And who knew he had saved the seeds? I didn't know that. And this was just 2 years ago that we found this, and Laura gave them to me, and we have an amazing stand of beautiful lavender here at the farm, all grown from this seed, and it is vibrant and thick.
It's a great plant over winters.
And Dad always told me, he said, you know, the seeds that they find in the pyramids still grow, they still germinate. So the germination might decline a little bit over a couple thousand years, but his hasn't declined at all.
It grows great every year.
Yeah, so I'll plant all. Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. I won't do all of those, but I will sprinkle. Let's make this whole tray Dad's lavender. Oh boy, I hope these all grow, and we'll have another great big bed of lavender. And it's growing nicely here. Maybe because of global warming. I don't know, but we've been having very good luck with lavender. And I have the lavender, sheafs of lavender that we picked last year. I have a little sheaf in every one of my bathrooms. It just adds a nice natural scent to the room without being a spray or something harmful to the environment.
I have a few questions about the seed packets. How do you know you're getting good seeds?
Well, it's based on the company that you're getting it from, just the quality company, everything that they usually send by. One thing you want to make sure when you order it, look how many seeds that you're ordering, because sometimes, even though the packages are all the same size, one might have 20 seeds in it versus 200. So that's usually more important, the weight and the quantity that you're getting. As long as it's a reputable seed company, usually you're okay.
So this was good. I didn't use very many seeds, and
Jean wants to know, can you grow lavender in any weather zone?
For the most part, but it won't live over in the winter. You can grow it temporarily, but it
you need zone 5, 6 to have
better.
it winter over. If you're zone 4 or below, forget it.
Just treat it as an annual for that.
And how do you know how to find your zone?
Usually you can just look up most of the places online, look up where you're at, there's a lot of the agriculture extension agencies. It just tells you it's based on the temperature, the lowest temperature that you get in your area.
Oh yeah, every town knows its zone. So if you're having trouble, just look up. You just put it all in Google,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
They'll tell you immediately what zone you are. And you should be educated about that because of tree planting and whatever else. I hope you all have a desire to plant plants. I've become a fanatical plant grower. It's one of my favorite things to do. And all winter long, I'm lucky because I have a couple greenhouses to work in, and it's so restful and relaxing to come into the greenhouse, especially like on a quiet Sunday when nobody's here, and I do all my pruning. And on Monday, Ryan doesn't know what to expect, right? When he sees
there's always surprises
the
on
mess
Monday.
on the floor, or I've moved all the plants and done everything.
Lots of rearranging,
Yeah.
moving stuff around.
Lots. So this table, notice the nice height this table is. We use this room, the head house, as a potting shed, as a repotting shed. We've just repotted all our hanging baskets and doing a really nice article for the magazine on beautiful perennial hanging baskets. Wait till you see what's coming. We also have machines called urban cultivators. There's one right down here and one in the hallway there that help us propagate seeds in a very rapid fashion. That's a very nice feature of this head house. We also have these one postmaster desk now. This is a postmaster's desk, French, from the 1920s, 30s, and it has all these little cubbies. You can go around the other side and just show all the cubbies. Everything is organized here. Ryan keeps his hand tools and his catalogs, his correspondence. There's a phone on the wall. We try to keep everything pretty well organized. We have two big bulletin boards, and we hang interesting pictures and phone numbers and contact numbers there. And on the windowsills, unusual plants might find us a home, or unusual pots. But this is, everything has a place. Oh, under here, these are great. These are from Restaurant Supply, and in each one of these, it's marked peat moss. So in here, peat moss. So when we're repotting plants that need peat moss in their soil mix, we have it right here. We have one here for, this is what?
Seed mix.
Oh, seed mix, okay. So here it is already mixed, and it's sterile and clean, and so these roll out. This is what the restaurants keep their flour and their sugar in, and it's so handy to have these. We have a lot of them under here with all kinds of things, and they're covered, and everything's kept very, very nice that way. And these are called the potting tables. I had these made out of galvanized. They're high tables, again, for ease, so you don't have to bend over and work on a low table. These are at the right height for bench work. And this is galvanized, and these are steel legs. And it really does work very, very well for a potting shed. But you can build a small area. You can have one of these in your garage and have it made, or have a carpenter help you. This could be wood too. I've seen them made out of wood, and they're very nice. I just need, we do so much that I wanted it easily cleaned. But you can have this made, and you can have a really convenient place. Have a water source though, because you're going to need water to moisten all your soils and things. This rack is most interesting too. This rack I found in Ellsworth, Maine, at a bakery that was going out of business, an old family bakery. And this was for cooling baked goods. But what a handy way to organize all the tools, the cultivators, the secateurs, the clippers, the shovels. Everything is right here at. You could see everything, and it's really a great organizational
It's easy because
tool.
it's a rack, so any dirt, water falls to the bottom. We just move it, sweep it up. Doesn't mess anything up. It's really helpful.
And we have these big shelves on the walls. Oh, there's another technique that we haven't shown, making the soil blocks. Now this is something that that my friend Elliot Coleman up in Maine. If you don't have Elliot's books on vegetable growing, really look them up. Get a book, Elliot Coleman, Coleman. Is there an E, Coleman?
Yeah, I have one here, I think. I have his wife's.
Oh, that's his wife's garden trimmer. Yeah. Barbara Damrosch.
The other one in there.
Oh, okay, it's in another room. But these, he makes all his soil blocks using moistened peat or soil starting. You press this. Oh, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This funny little thing. This pushes down.
It's all different sizes and
Right.
shapes.
All different sizes. We have them up there. We have every size, making big blocks too. And you press this down into the moistened soil. See, it's all pressed in. And then you just press. Look at that. And there's a little indentation just for your seed. This is a fabulous invention. I'll just show you a smaller version of the same thing. But easy, 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 and a great time saver.
It's great for the plants too, because their roots can just go right through the soil, and you don't have to mess with pinching them out of the plastic or disturbing them. They just go straight into this and straight into the garden.
Look how nice.
Disturbing them.
Yep. Then the roots will hold the soil together. I'm getting coughing because of the dust of
from
the
the
soil. But that is a soil blocking kit. Very nice. Johnny's has all of Elliot's tools for sale in the catalog and online.
I think they want to show the cultivator, the stuff growing in the cultivator.
Oh, here comes Blackie. Hi, Blackie. What'd you bring us? Anything? Blackie? Blackie.
Over here.
Oh.
He's been lazy
Opposite
since
direction.
school.
Okay, so I want to show you my urban cultivator. This is very fun. What's the inventor's name? I forgot his name.
Taryn Wolf.
What?
Taryn Wolf.
Taryn Wolf is an extraordinary entrepreneur, and he invented the urban cultivator. Now here you have all the instructions, step by step, all the way down, how to grow. And it is basically, it looks like a large refrigerator, doesn't it? But in it is water, light, moisture, heat, and we started those like just last week.
Yeah, arugula.
Arugula just last week, and here we have microgreens growing in no time. I bet you would like to be in there, wouldn't you, having some microgreens? But
it's all computerized.
All
by the little
computerized.
touchpad, really easy. And it's
here,
helped with our flowers.
foxgloves growing already. That was just from Friday. And here we have lupins. Boy, did they grow well. And the larkspur is going to start coming up. I mean, it is really interesting. And, oh, snapdragons. Now, they're hard to grow, snapdragons.
They're hard.
Yeah. So I want to have a lot of snapdragons this year. Lots. And
These are artichokes for the vegetable garden here.
oh, good.
Starting.
All different kinds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
And there's more flowers the whole top row.
Good. Well, so the urban cultivator, you can look them up online. You can get this giant size, or you can get, look what's over here, just show them the small under-the-counter one. You have to, please forgive all the wires, but this is a Facebook Live, so there you have the small one. We grow the wheatgrass for my canaries, so every week we start a new tray, and they have wheatgrass all year long in their cage, and they love it.
They love it. All the
and
beet greens.
what else? The beet greens, they love that too.
Radish greens are on the top.
They are very healthy canaries. and if I want a snippet of beet greens in my salad, I just come down here and snip some microgreens for my salads too. Urban cultivator. Oh, hello. Don't show your rear to the camera. You have to learn to be a TV cat. Yes. This is my first barn cat. I cannot believe how great this barn cat is. I've never had one before.
Oh, he's wonderful.
I have never had
Wonderful.
one. And everybody loves him, and nobody's forgotten him yet, right?
He gets fed by everybody. That's why he's so fat now.
Right. So I hope you have learned something about seed starting today. We are going to do more gardening segments all during the springtime and summer, and let us know what you particularly need and want in terms of gardening advice and instruction. And Ryan will be here to help me. You have to get back to work and plant some
Lots
more
of seeding
stuff.
today.
Okay.
Lots of seeding.
Plant lots of onions. I want to see them germinating. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.